students, welcome to SR Concepts. I am Ravi Verma and this is the second video of this chapter. In the first video, we have discussed about the modes of reproduction. There are two modes of reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, only single parent is involved and there is no formation and fusion of gametes. But if we talk about sexual reproduction, it involves the fusion of male and female gametes, and this fusion is called fertilization. Dear students, now we are going to discuss about the sexual reproduction in human beings. If we talk about human beings, there are two types of individuals. One are the male and the second are the female. So there are male and female parents. The male parent has reproductive organs known as male reproductive organs. In the same way, female also has the reproductive organs known as female reproductive organs. As you know, when a group of organs works together for a particular function, it is called an organ system. So here you can see this is a whole organ system that is known as male reproductive system. In the same way, the group of organs found in females is called female reproductive system. Now look at this male reproductive organ. This is testis. The testis is called the primary reproductive organ of the males because testis is directly involved in the formation of male gametes, which are called sperms. In the same way, in female also there is one primary reproductive organ known as ovary. So here you can see this is the ovary, this is also the ovary, so there are a pair of ovaries. The ovary is the primary reproductive organ of the females because ovary is directly involved in the formation of eggs, which are the female gametes. You know that the egg is also called the ovum, which is the female gamete. Dear students, sperms and ovum fuse together. This process is called fertilization. Please note that a very large number of sperms may approach the ovum, but only one sperm fuses with one egg. During this fusion of sperm with the ovum, the nucleus of the sperms and the nucleus of the egg, two nuclei fuse together, and then the process of fertilization is complete. After this nuclear fusion, the ovum is actually called the zygote. So we can say after the fertilization, the ovum is converted into zygote. This zygote is the first cell of the offspring being produced by sexual reproduction. This zygote will divide again and again to make multiple cells, and then the whole multicellular human being will be formed. Now we are going to discuss one by one all the male reproductive organs. Here you can see this is the diagram of all male reproductive organs. We can say the diagram of male reproductive system. So dear students, look at the names of the reproductive organs. There are a pair of testes and two sperm ducts plus one penis. Here you can see there are two testes, two sperm ducts, and this one is the penis. Right. The function of testes is to produce sperms. The sperms are transferred from the sperm duct into the penis, sperm duct into the penis. The penis has a tubular part, or we can say the passage. This passage inside the penis is called urethra, or simply male urethra. So we can say the passage or the tubular portion inside the penis is called urethra. So the sperm ducts actually carry the sperms from testis to the urethra. So what we can say that the sperm ducts carry sperms from testis to the urethra. Finally, the penis releases sperms into the female reproductive tract, which starts with the vagina. Alright. So dear students, here one interesting point I want to tell you, that the testes are actually kept outside the body in a thick fold of skin, and this skin fold, or this pouch of the skin, is called scrotum. So this is the scrotum in which the testes are hanging outside the body. So why the testes are kept outside the body, inside the scrotum? The reason is that the sperms which are being produced in the testes are very much sensitive to the temperature. They actually cannot develop at 37 degrees Celsius, which is the normal body temperature. For the development of sperms, the temperature should be a little bit lower, 1 or 2 degree lower as compared to the body. So this is why the testes are outside the body, because outside the body the temperature of the testes is generally around 35 degree Celsius, right? That is around 2 degrees Celsius lower than the body temperature, right? So to keep the testes cool as compared to the body, they are kept outside the body in the scrotum. Alright, so now let us look at the male gamete, that is the sperm. This is the diagram. Here you can see that male gamete consists of three structures. One is the head, then the middle piece, and then the tail. This whole is the tail. However, there are three different parts, but this is only a single cell. The middle piece contains all the normal cellular components. The head contains the nucleus, and the nucleus contains the genes. The middle piece is involved in the formation or in the generation of energy. The energy is actually required for the movement of sperms, and the tail helps in the movement of the sperm. So the sperms, after being released into the vagina, travel through the whole reproductive tract of the female to reach the egg. So they have to travel along, they have to run faster, right? So in order to run up to the egg, they have long tail which beats, which moves, and with the movement of the tail the sperms move further, right? Dear students, now let us look at the female reproductive organs. If we talk about female reproductive organs, there are a pair of ovaries. Here you can see there are two ovaries, and there are a pair of fallopian tubes, oviducts. Here you can see there are two oviducts. This whole process is the oviduct. Here you can see it has been labeled, and there is one organ that is called uterus. Here you can see this whole structure is the uterus. Okay, so dear students, what happens at the age of between 10 to 15, at any year of the ages between 10 to 15, the female actually becomes sexually mature. The girls become sexually mature, and at any year between these ranges, right, the female ovaries start producing eggs. So every month one egg is produced by any one of the ovary, and then the egg is released into the oviduct. So in a female's body, every month one ovum or one egg is released from the ovary and reaches into the oviduct, which is a tube-like portion. This release of ovum from the ovary is called ovulation. So this is called ovulation. This is called ovulation. The release of ovum from the ovary into the oviduct is called ovulation. Right. So during reproduction, what happens? The male releases its sperms through the penis into the vagina. This portion is representing the vagina. So after the sperms have been released into the vagina, they move into the uterus, then travel into the oviduct and fuse with the egg which is already present in the oviduct. So the sperms, a lot of sperms a very large number of sperms move from the vagina to the uterus, and then they move towards the oviduct, right? And oviduct, only one sperm fuses with the egg, and this is how fertilization takes place inside the oviduct. Once again I'm telling, suppose that one ovum is released here in the oviduct, right? Suppose this is the egg or this is the ovum. The sperms have to travel through the uterus and through the oviduct and fuse with the ovum. This fusion is called fertilization. After the egg has been fertilized, suppose this is the egg which has been fertilized, this egg starts cell division, starts making new cells, and then this egg, which is actually called the zygote, this zygote along with other cells which have been formed travels down, and then finally this gets attached to the wall of the uterus, where this ovum, this zygote actually develops into the whole embryo, and then embryo develops into the fetus, and the fetus develops into the baby. So this is how the whole reproductive system works in human beings. Now dear students, here you have seen that the fertilization of the egg, that is the fusion of the egg with the sperm, takes place inside the female body, right? This is called internal fertilization. But there are many animals in which both egg and the sperms are released outside the body, and the fusion of egg with the sperm takes place outside the body. You have to find out the names of such animals in which fusion of sperm and the ovum takes place outside the female body. We will learn about these different types of fertilizations in the next video. Thank you for watching video. You may make your own notes, right? You may take the help from the screenshots of the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share to other friends also, right? If you really like the video. Thank you.